But basically, these moves I used to do, which is a quite cool one, and you know, I don't use it anymore. So if other people want to use this stuff, it's very easy in a way. You have to have some balls, but let me explain this move real quick. If you can do 2 flares or more, you're ready for this move, and you don't even have to have a good flare, right? That's all it is. So let me explain it. I already did some tutorials, and I might put I'm gonna put some links in the description for that 1.5 twist move, because that's the one we're gonna use. But I will explain it again because you need to understand this concept. So when we do this little push-up position right here, I roll forward but keep my legs close together. And now I simply lift the hip like this. See that? Because I can lift. Basically you lift the hip so you make height, and all you have to do is punch 1.5 basically. But in the beginning, especially to make it safe for yourself, you place, in my case, the left hand, and you just punch the hand on the left. So I did already some tutorials on this same pretty much move. Well, I put the link in the description so you can pretty much check that out also if that might help you on this move. But that's the one you want to learn. So from that, from the push-up position, I'll make that little roll move like this, lift, like that sort of. Now, when you do this, well, this is easier than the move we're going to do now, because when we do now the flare, instead of jumping into the push-up position, we'll jump into this position right here from that twist, where your feet are on the floor, but you jump straight to this position from the flare. So what you sort of have to learn is to punch your heels on the floor. So I suggest against practicing this with socks on, because then you might slide off, right? You can place your feet, just your feet on the floor instead of your hip, but I advise against it. It looks less cool, basically. And then what you can do is simply do that same twist, but let go with the leg and go into a sort of, well, you land in this position more or less like this, right? Just your legs are straight, but sort of like a push-up, for a sit-up hold position like that. Because if you can do that, you can sort of make gestures to an opponent that you have, right? The battle or whatever. You can jump towards them, which is a cool effect. I used to sort of use this to make distance when I battle someone, right? So when you face them, that's why the flare is better than moves like air flare or whatever that you maybe fly all over the place. It's very hard to coordinate where exactly to do this move, but I guess in a sense you can actually use any power moves to do the exact same thing, as long as you can jump to this heeled position, which is the front of that little twist, right? So let's do it from the flare. I'll just do it slow now. So simply do a slow flare. If you cannot do slow flare, just do it full power, but try to sort of fly to the front like that. So full power flare, whatever, but here. See, I land in that front position like this. And now you make that same move. So you lift the hip, and we're going to place this hand for safety. And now I jump towards this little lay right here, where your feet are on the floor. Now when you have your hands free, you can always use them. I used to, like I said, give this little disc to opponents. So I face them, I do some power windmill, flare, whatever. And then I twist and land in that disc position, which they don't see coming. If you like it, but of course you can create anything you want with it. It's not that hard, as long as you understand that first twist and can go from your flare to that front position. All you have to figure out is basically to lift your hip as you jump. It's kind of like a swipe 1.5 if you want. So it's not that hard, but it's sort of scary. So maybe practice this on grass or mats or sand or something safe, right? First, before you go all out on hard floor. But in a sense, it's just having balls. I think I trained this just on hard floor, so. But I understood that twisting. So, yeah, guys, let's take a look. Let me show you guys. I'll just do it, but I'll place the hand now just to show you guys that's how you keep it safe. Because if you don't place the hand, do the 1.5, but do it wrong, you might hurt yourself. It's really not that hard of a move. You sort of have to figure out how it works. So, I'll do a slow flare, because I can do flares a little bit slower. And then we can slowly see how I do that, right? So from here, jump like that. See? That's all you do. Now, like I said, if you time it right and you land in the position, you can actually place a disc with your hand, or even do something funny like peace sign, or land in a relaxed position like this. You can really time this, right? That twist thing looks maybe dangerous, but if you figure it out, it really isn't. Also doesn't hurt if you do it the right way, right? So that's actually the move. You know, if you want to use this stuff, feel free, because you know, I pretty much don't use this stuff anymore, so I have a lot of moves, right? I've been dancing a long time, so if you guys want to use this stuff, feel free to use it. That's it, guys. See you next time.